So, Juan, this means that when I hear right, we really get all the teachings here that you received in Peru from your Andean masters. Is that correct?
It's absolutely correct. But in a certain way there is a long story in the back. Because I start studying the Andean spiritual system of beliefs in 1968. And with that I pick up most of the background of the system of beliefs of the culture as an anthropologist. Then I start a new academical research about the existence of these masters. And I found them. I found how only in the valley of Cusco there were 70, and of these 70, only 2 were masters of the 4th level. This is important to know.
Yes.
After a while, for us, it's much more important the level of the person than the tradition in which he was educated. And we can now prove and demonstrate how every other tradition can take some individuals to the fold. And they become really remarkable people, people who can build new ways of dealing for human beings. Anyway, after founding the Masters in 79, take me 9 years to grasp the knowledge of the first Masters. And 10 years to complete that because I keep 2 traditions. One tradition is the tradition of the Valley of Cusco, the city in which I was born, and another tradition we keep is the tradition of Ero, which is the contemporary Inka nation, who survived all the colonial and the republican period of Peru. And we received that, but we received the teaching in a traditional way. And in the traditional way, you are not going to have any explanation. The way is seeing, performing, and listening time to time certain stories in which you can grasp the deepest knowledge. In 95, we start to go out of Peru. And the first time in which you transform or adapt those teachings to a workshop was in Brazil, in a meeting of the transpersonal psychologists, which happened in Manaus. Me and Elizabeth Jenkins developed certain adjustments to offer a workshop, and we did that with our last master, Don Manuel Quispe, together.
He was there together with you.
Then, after 95, I went to teach in the United States, in Richmond, in Virginia, and with Barbara Perrins, we adjust the first workshops of the tradition. After doing that, she helped us with a lot of patience. After that, we find a way to put in 6 days the essential aspects of the whole tradition.
That's a really compact series of workshops, probably.
Well, the tradition helps because if there is a virtue in the tradition, it's the simplicity. Every exercise goes right to the point. And even a very young person could grasp the whole thing. It's almost like playing. It's very simple. But simplicity in one hand and the capacity to achieve big things with that simplicity means efficiency.
Yes.
And this part is very efficient. The simplicity helps you to be capable to synthesize everything in the time in which we offer the seminars, which are 6 days. But we have something else as a contribution to do that. is the connection with Lopong Checho Rinpoche, a Tibetan Rinpoche who arrived to Peru, and we worked with them 3 days. And this master was very capable of synthesizing the essential aspect of the Buddhism in 3 days. And in a certain way, we learn the way of teaching of him, combining with the usual workshops of the Western tradition, and what the way in which we teach is that. Is certain things which are picked up of the way of teaching of the ambient teachings, some another ways of workshops or seminars in Western tradition, and the teaching, the way of teaching of the Tibetan master.
I would almost say not only the contents of your workshops are directing to the 4th level, but also the way of teaching is already 4th level, because there are several elements, Western, Buddhist and Andean, in the structure of the workshops. And that is a really nice idea.
Yes, but the content of the workshops, the teachings, are focused in transmitting the Andean tradition.
Of course.
And I think this is something special, because today you can grasp spiritual tradition of all the world, and the libraries and the bookshops are plenty of that knowledge, books, 20 books for each tradition or something like that. The Indian tradition is an oral tradition, and I think what we are doing are producing the first books which are right about this spiritual art, to call it.
The first books ever.
Yeah.
Thank you.